The Ebonyi State Government has concluded plans to establish a new cement factory and will send a delegation of stakeholders to China to study and assess suitable facilities for the project. The delegation is expected to include key players in the mining sector, captains of industry, manufacturers, designers, and builders as part of efforts to ensure the successful execution of the proposed factory. A source disclosed that Governor Francis Nwifuru is expected to lead the team to China to inspect selected cement plants and identify models that best fit the state industrialization plan. The move follows difficulties encountered in attempts to reactivate the Nigerian Cement Company, Nigercem, prompting the government to opt for a fresh establishment instead. It will be recalled that the state government has allocated 150 billion naira in its 2026 budget for the proposed cement factory project. During a recent inspection tour of the Nigercem site in Nkalagu, Governor Nwifuru said preliminary studies revealed significant limestone deposits in Nkalagu and Effium, sufficient to support cement production for over 30 years. According to him, the deposits are estimated at about 50 million tons in Nkalagu and 23 million tons in Effium. But here is the real issue. Is this project truly a turning point for Ebonyi State, or is it another big promise that may get trapped in politics, debt, land disputes, and poor execution? Now let's break it down. Before then, do well to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and put on the post notification bell so that you'll be notified each time we post a new video. The first thing to understand is the location. The proposed cement factory is expected to be located in Nkalagu, Inishielu local government area of Ebonyi State. That location is not random. Nkalagu is historically connected to cement production because of its limestone deposits. Limestone is one of the most important raw materials used in making cement, and without it, a cement factory cannot survive for long. Now let's talk about the reason why the government decided not to revive Nigercem. This is where the story becomes more complicated. Nigercem was once a major industrial asset. Reports describe it as Nigeria's first indigenous cement manufacturing plant with a strong history in Nkalagu, but for many years the factory has been moribund. Several administrations have talked about reviving it, yet the factory has remained largely inactive. Governor Nwifuru's position is that the bottlenecks around reviving the old Nigercem facility has become too complicated. So instead of waiting endlessly, the state government wants to establish a brand new cement factory. This is important because it shows the government is trying to separate two things: the old Nigercem problem and the new cement factory ambition. But in real life, separating them may not be that easy. There are also concerns from some host communities linked to Nigercem. They have raised issues around land rights, mineral resources, and whether the new project could affect existing claims connected to the old company. Some reports also say there were fears that raw materials tied to Nigercem could be used for the new state-owned factory. The Nigercem Revival Committee, however, has reportedly backed the state government plan for a new cement plant. So on one side, there is support from some official structures. On the other hand, there are community concerns that the government will need to handle carefully. Now let's talk about the finance. The Ebonyi State Government allocated 150 billion naira for the project in the 2026 budget. Earlier reports also said the state planned to borrow 150 billion naira to fund the factory. Governor Nwifuru argued that the project could generate revenue and repay the loan without putting pressure on the state's regular income. We should note that for the project to repay itself, several things must go right. The construction must be completed on time. The cost must not shoot beyond the original estimate. The plant must have reliable power, equipment, skilled workers, raw materials, good roads, and access to buyers. The management must also be professional, not political. If any of these things fail, the state could be left with debts and an unfinished or underperforming factory. That is why this project is both exciting and risky. It is exciting because Ebonyi has the raw materials, it has the industrial history, it has a strong local need for cheaper building materials, and the Southeast region could benefit from having a major cement producer closer to its market. But it is risky because government-owned businesses in Nigeria has often struggled when politics enters management. A factory cannot be run like a campaign promise. It needs discipline, technical competence, and accountability. Now let's look at the potential benefits of having this kind of project in Ebonyi State. The first is jobs. A functional cement factory can create direct jobs for engineers, technicians, machine operators, drivers, miners, administrators, security workers, and marketers. It can also create indirect jobs for food vendors, transporters, suppliers, mechanics, construction workers, and small businesses around the factory. The second benefit is cheaper building materials. Governor Nwifuru has said that the factory could help reduce the cost of cement and building materials, not just in Ebonyi, but across the southeast and Nigeria. That is actually a very big promise, especially at a time where construction costs remain a serious burden for families, developers, and government projects. We all know that cement pricing depends on production costs, energy costs, transport costs, market competition, exchange rate, and national demand. And if the factory is efficient and produces at scale, it can improve supply in the region and possibly reduce transport-related costs for nearby markets. The third benefit is eternally generated revenue. Ebonyi is not one of Nigeria's biggest revenue-generating states, so a productive cement plant could become an important source of income if managed well. It could help the state rely less on federal allocation and build a stronger economic base. The fourth benefit is industrial identity. Ebonyi is known for agriculture, salt, limestone, rice, and solid minerals. But a major cement factory could strengthen its industrial image and attract more investors into mining, manufacturing, construction, and logistics. It is important to note that the governor has reportedly said that no individual, including himself, will buy shares in the company. That statement is important because it tries to address fears that the project will be captured by private political interests. It was actually important for him to state that because Nigercem history is painful for many people in the area. For older residents, the factory was not just a business, it was a symbol of pride, employment, and industrial possibility. Its decline creates disappointment, so any new project in the same environment will naturally carry emotions, expectations, and suspicion. If the current administration gets this right, the project could become one of the most important industrial investments in Ebonyi's history. So guys, what do you think about this project? Can Ebonyi State successfully build and manage a 115 billion naira cement factory? Or do you think the project may face the same problem that affected Nigercem? Kindly do well to share your thoughts in the comment section. So if you find this video quite helpful, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and put on the post notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I post a new video. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys in my next video. Bye.